Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a video on all the products that I think are underrated, things I use that I think other people should know about. I cannot wait to share these with you. I know some of you probably heard about some of them because of me, but I think these are hidden gems, so underrated, and I cannot wait to do my face today because it's basically doing my favorite makeup ever. So let's jump in. I'm going to start with the eyes. I keep it pretty simple. This product I will be mentioning for my face. I just happen to use it on my eyes, and it's the Haus Labs bronzer. There is a new formula, which I don't feel like anyone's talking about, but I will get to that. I'm just gonna quickly throw this on my lid. Throwing bronzer on your entire lid is underrated. And I like doing this because you can make it as light or as deep as you like. And then it makes the whole look very cohesive and monochromatic, which I love tying in the bronzer to my eye look, even if I just put a little bit in the crease. Here is going for a run behind me, if you were wondering what that carpet noise was. Eyeliner, the Rare Beauty liquid liner. It is matte. It is super saturated, very pigmented, and you don't have to fiddle around with it to get the product out because there's always an abundance of liquid in this brush tip. It's not a felt tip, it is a brush tip, which is my preference. It makes doing liquid liner so easy, and I've repurchased this multiple times. You can see how matte and black that is. You can make really tiny precise lines if you want, or you can do it a little bit thicker like I'm doing today. I feel like liquid liner isn't as popular as it used to be, but if you're looking for a really good one that's matte, long wearing, and super pigmented, definitely check out the Rare Beauty. For mascara, I think the Clio Kill Lash is severely underrated. That's what actually brought about this video, is because I used it, finished it, I threw it in an empties, and I'm like, you know what? I should make a whole video of underrated makeup. It was the whole video idea, which was so funny, but I think another really good mascara is the Hourglass Unlocked. And this is a tubing mascara, which I have fallen in love with. The Clio one is more of a fiber one, which I do have to be careful when applying. I get any of the fibers in my eyes. It can be a little bit irritating. Only recently has that started bothering me because I've been using more clean lash formulas. But tubing mascara in general, I feel like once you know about it and once you use it, you just can't go back to other forms of mascara because it's just so good, easy to remove, wears nicely. It gives length and volume. I will link both mascaras I'm talking about down below in case you're curious. I have a bunch of birds and some bumblebees all hanging out in the bush in front of my window, and it's so distracting. The bush is like swaying so much. The thing about my Clio one that I like more than other mascaras is that it's not as heavy on my lashes and it holds a curl better, because I find some other mascaras my lashes go down a little bit. In the Clio one, it just stays up. Lately, I have been actually giving my lashes a quick curl once it's dry so it doesn't stick and I'm not pulling out any lashes. But I wanted to share some underrated falsies today because, again, this was one of those things that was the second push for this video because I love this whole line of lashes so much. They're the Effortless lashes from Velour, and I have a couple styles that I go between. I think Understated is my favorite. This is the Minimalist, but these just look so pretty and natural on the lashes, and you don't have to cut these. They're a smaller lash. I still cut just a slight bit for my eye shape, but they say they're a no trim lash. I definitely could get away with not trimming them, but it's just my preference to have lashes just a little bit shorter. I like focusing them more on the outer corner of my lashes just to keep the whole inner space more open. So I'm going to pop these on and you'll see how wispy and beautiful these lashes are. Also, the Velour lash glue. It doesn't irritate my eyes. It needs more love because if you're sensitive like me, you really need to find a good lash glue, and Velour is just my favorite one. They're just so perfect. I love these lashes. I've worn this pair about 15 times, I'd say, so I do have a few more uses out of them. They still look beautiful. I don't put mascara on the actual lash. That's why I do my mascara prior, just to keep them nice and fluffy and not ruin them with mascara. Complexion is by far my favorite part. As I'm sure many of you know, I love the base of makeup, and I'm going to start with my sunscreen. This also is very moisturizing and it acts as a primer. This is my Delba UV Essence Waterful Plus sunscreen, and I feel like the sunscreen from Delba is underrated because their spray is very, very popular. But the sunscreen, I don't feel like as many people know about, and it's so good, especially for the warmer months. I can skip a lot of layers with this. Normally I moisturize prior to makeup, but with this one I don't have to. I do still do my skincare in the morning though, but just prior to makeup, this acts as moisturizer, sunscreen, primer. So underrated. No white cast, non-greasy, and just wears beautifully underneath makeup. We are hydrated now. I fell off for a while just trying out other things, and recently I picked back up my Beauty Blender Skin Tint. I do not know why I use anything other than this. This to me is so underrated. The people who know about this know how good it is, but truly this needs to be talked about more on social media. I feel like only a select few of us know about this gem right here. This is so good. It's the best for either a skin tint. You can use it for a foundation because it does have coverage. It wears beautifully. It's smoothing on the skin. The colors are great. I don't care for a dropper packaging, but the formula of this is so good. I can look past that. And really, it's not that big of a deal. A dropper over a pump for me. I absolutely love it. This is a fresh new bottle I got from Sephora Canada. I noticed they had a few left in my medium 5 shade. I also have medium 3. Haven't even dirtied up the dropper yet. It is a brand new fresh bottle, and again, this was a product that kind of spurred this video idea. It's because I need people to know about this skin tint, especially going into the warmer months. I would use this all year, but this you need to check out if you haven't already, which I'm sure a lot of people who are subscribed to my channel already know about this. I thought this was being discontinued for a long time, but apparently there was an ingredient shortage from what I heard. So it's not being discontinued, which if it ever did, I'd be buying 20 bottles of it, maybe more. It feels lightweight, it's not drying or cakey. It has all the things that I look for in a foundation and more. It was love at first swipe with this foundation. I feel like medium 3, which is the shade I use most days, that's a little bit lighter, has a better undertone for me. This one is slightly too warm, but I still can make it work, especially in the summer. That's why I picked it up, because I will be a little bit more golden. Right now I'm a little red. I don't know why I talk while I'm putting this down my neck. I think in 10 plus years of filming YouTube videos, I would have learned, but no. No, I have not. Look at how it builds too. Like truly so beautiful. It's not too glowy, not matte, just the perfect finish. I gush about this. Please try it. This is like my #1 hidden gem. 2 concealers that I think are truly underrated. One of them is more hyped, but still I believe it is underrated. And that's the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. This one I personally can use underneath my eyes, but especially for your face, if you have any kind of dark spots, acne, whatever you need to cover, this has such a thin consistency, but it's matte, so it doesn't accentuate anything. It wears long and high coverage. This has such good coverage. I feel like I recently went through one of these and I'm already at this point in my fresh one, I feel. But I like to use this on my cheeks just to give a little bit more coverage there. And I feel like this tone is really good for my undertone too. So it kind of helps correct my foundation if it's pulling a little warm on me. I would bring this up underneath my eyes, but I do want to share my other favorite concealer, which I believe needs to be talked about more, and the whole brand in general. This is the Danessa Myricks Lift and Flex Yummy Skin Concealer, and I think Danessa Myricks as a brand is underrated. The products that I've tried are all 10 out of 10, and this concealer is one of them. It is so incredible. It's going to be a little light today, that's why we have my NARS that I might mix in slightly. It's hydrating. It gives my under eye that lift that it says. It is flexible so that when you wear this throughout the day, it's not caking up, bunching up, which is a common concern for a lot of people. Me being one of them for concealer for underneath the eye. It truly moves with your skin and isn't heavy or cakey and just has that flex technology, which I think is rare in a concealer, honestly. And I do not know why more people do not talk about this concealer. I just don't think people have tried it. It is so good. I use shade 6, by the way. It's not too brightening underneath my eye. It's borderline for me, this shade, but I still wanted to show you in this video because this has been my favorite concealer as of lately, just because of the formula. It is so good and good for highlighting too. So I can put this on areas of my face. I just want to highlight with concealer. I feel like finding a good concealer, even over a foundation, is one of the most important things, because you can always use your concealer as foundation, which I often do with my NARS, just because it has such a thin, beautiful finish and good coverage. My skin is looking insanely good. I was so excited to film this video because I knew I'd be sharing all these favorite products that I need people to try. And try together too. If you have some of these, please try these combos together because I feel like you're really gonna love your makeup, because I love how these all look together. Then to powder the skin, this is where everything looks seamless, smooth, poreless. I love the Kosas powder, and I know there's also some people who've hyped this up as well, but truly this is underrated in my opinion. It should be more hyped than it is. I have it in 3 different shades. It's replaced my Charlotte Tilbury powder. I still use Charlotte because I have it on hand, but this is my favorite pressed baked powder. It is incredible. It's good for mature skin, dry skin. It is lightweight, non-cakey. It looks incredible, and watch with this combination how good it looks. And I'm going to be using an underrated little puff, which is my Morphe puff. You can get these triangle puffs on Amazon, Shein, anywhere, but they rip on me. They're cheap for a reason. This puff is like the Beauty Blender one, but cheaper because it's Morphe, and it has the dual sides as well. They have black, and then they have this latest color, which mine is dirty. I have a couple of those, couple of these ones. I use this every day. I do my makeup, and it has a very pointy tip, so you can really get into the inner corner of your eye. It's perfect. Then I have a new candy from Kosas. These do hard pan, but it doesn't present an issue. You can still easily pick up the product. It's just something with the oils that I add from my puff to the compact that does this. We are brightening the under eye. She is smooth, she is lifted. She looks youthful, not dry, and we are set for the day. And this wears incredibly. If you have deep set eyes, I find that highlighting this area really does help with any indentation. We're already looking a lot smoother. We're just looking very bright. So then I go in with the shade that matches my skin that day, which we are more tan, so I'm gonna use the shade Comfy. I do have Breezy when I don't have a tan. The formula is also so smooth. So I take the larger side, rub it in there, just start pressing it in. And this is the transformative stage of my makeup. This is when my skin looks so smooth. Underrated bronzers is the new House Lab. I feel like no one's talking about the reformulation with the talc removed. I think people maybe are worried that the formula is too different, but it's only the tones that's changed, because I used to use shade 5 and 6. I have shade Terrasol Light Medium. It doesn't match fully either of them, but it's the closest option. I still absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful, the tone, the formula. This isn't flat or matte. It has a little bit of a glow, a natural finish, and I'm just using my Smith Cosmetics bronzer brush, which I've been using this week for bronzer, so it is dirty. It needs to be washed, but it's only been used for this. So we're just going to bronze up the skin. Then I just pinch my brush and run it up my nose and across. Just a quick contour. I feel like the contour is enhanced with the highlighter helps, but just a little bit to give my nose some shape. I don't take too much time with it, and it looks pretty decent, I think. Just with that quick little swipe down and across. I was worried the formula of this would be too different, but I love the House Labs original bronzer. It was my favorite bronzer of all time, and I can confidently say that this is just as good as that. So I've been loving this. As you can see, used it on my eyes too. Everything has that same cohesive tone, and I want to be kind of bronzy today. I did it again, why? For blush, I feel like this launch kind of went under the radar. So many blushes launched at once, We had the Say blushes, Tower 28, the YSL came out, and just so many more launched around the same time. And this Tower 28 one in Long Beach Iced Tea, the color is perfection, especially for spring and summer. I feel like for my undertone and for the summer, this is just the perfect color for me. This is very blurring as well if you need that kind of finish on your cheeks, which is what I need. It's my problem area. But I feel like this launch, no one's really talking about. It went under the radar. And just because of so many blushes, you hear about everything. This one needs to be hyped up. Specifically this shade. Because it's going to give you the most beautiful bronzer sort of color. Look at how pretty that is. It's so flattering and smoothing. Just ties in with that bronzer too. Do you see that color? How smoothing it looks too. So we're just loading up. I love this shade. And I feel like it flew under the radar. The Tower 28 blush launch. More people need to try this and know specifically about this beautiful shade. 1111, make a wish. I wish more people knew about these highlighters. If you watch my channel, you already know about these, but they are severely underrated. This formula is like individual little pans of my Dior Backstage highlighter palette, which I love. So I have Sparkling Honey and Ice Pearl. Ice Pearl is perfect as that inner corner highlight, which y'all know I love. I gave a y'all there. I don't say y'all. I guess today we do. I always use my Dior palette out of convenience just because it's 4-in-1 and I use all those shades, so it's in my everyday bag. But if you're looking for a more affordable option and you just want an inner corner highlight, Ice Pearl. And then if you're a similar skin tone to me and need an all over highlight, you need Sparkling Honey. I've raved about this for quite some time now. I'm just going to use this down my nose, but it is the perfect color and you can make this blinding. Like, I didn't even want to do it that much. It's quite easy to make it blinding actually. That just helps with the nose contour. A little bit on the lip. I often just go over it with my puff. I need to like mesh it into the skin. Real technical over here. And then for lips, I've said how underrated this lip color is. I know the formula is popular. It's from Charlotte Tilbury, but this color I only recently discovered. It's the shade Live It Up. It's a warm, mid-tone, very vibrant pink. This is the perfect pink in my opinion. Gonna be perfect for spring and summer if you're looking for a pink lipstick. You can really manipulate the color too depending on your lip liner you use, or you can lighten the center, and it just is the perfect shade of pink, and more people need to know about it. This lip liner formula is new from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm using the line side because someone made a good point about the fill wearing out faster. So now I'm making it a point to use the liner side. I was gonna pick an underrated lip liner, but I feel like lip liner in general, they're all very hyped. Maybe Korean lip liners, I feel like need more hype in North America at least. I was gonna use this in a Trying New Makeup, but how pretty is that line color? It is gorgeous. I'm obsessed with this. This will be in a favorites. I was gonna save it just for my Trying New Makeup, but I wanted to wear it with this lipstick because I haven't tried the combo yet, and I couldn't come up with a lip liner that I feel like is underrated. That's new, so potentially could be right now if you haven't heard about it. But let's try on Live It Up. It is so good. So good. I don't even need to set my face with the Beauty Blender Skin Tint and the Kosas Powder Duo. This is perfect skin to me and severely underrated products, especially use them together. Please do if you have them, because I know a lot of you have some of these products because I rave about them, but these are underrated to me and I think you guys need to check them out. Everything will be linked. I do have a perfume. I'm just gonna go off camera, fix up my hair, come back, and I will share with you my underrated perfume. I'm back. Here is my severely underrated makeup routine, and I do have a fragrance. I was debating between two actually, because there was a newer one that I wanted to mention, and then I have my tried and true old favorite, which is my favorite perfume of all time, which I feel like more people need to know about, but if you watch my channel, like, you can guess this. So I'm going to share both with you. So the new one that I have is from faves, and it's the scent In Too Deep. They do have another one, Life of the Party, which is really good. This is my personal favorite one. Life of the Party is giving Baccarat Rouge 540 vibes. This one says it's Tahitian vanilla and Australian sandalwood. I think it's perfect for a cozy summer night or just summer in general. I think it's really, really pretty. Definitely a year-round scent as well. And it's potent. This wears really long on me. I love the bottle of it. It's super cute. It's actually very similar to the other fragrance I'm going to mention, which is so funny. And I recently got this in PR, and I really wanted to try these for quite some time because of my friend Steph Babs Beauty on YouTube. She's been raving about these, but this is new to me, severely underhyped. I know she hypes these up, but I can attest to how good the 5 Cents fragrances are. Definitely check out In Too Deep or Life of the Party if you're more of a Baccarat Rouge by 40 type person. And then my favorite fragrance of all time, you can say it with me, is the Clean Reserve Skin Scent. Has similar sort of wood design for the top. This one gives clean musk, which I can't think of anything better. Honestly, it is just beautiful, beautiful, everyday, non-offensive fragrance that I could just never get sick of. I can't get enough of this. I want more people to know about it. This isn't on perfume TikTok, I feel, so it hasn't caught on, but it's been around for a bit and it needs to go viral unless it sells out. Maybe it should go viral. Should I gatekeep this? Obviously I haven't because I've been talking about it for years. So definitely check out Clean Reserve Skin. It's incredible. And my newer option is 5 Cents, which is totally different. Vanilla Sandalwood for that one. And I was finishing off my hair up here, and I thought just a hair care company that I think is severely underrated is KMS. I believe this is a professional company because my cousin who does my hair always picks this up for me because I've fallen in love with it over the years. I initially started out using the Hairstay Anti-Humidity Seal, and it's good for frizz and flyaways, especially if I have straight hair, to keep it nice and sleek, not get all poofy in the humidity. And then these two are more recent to me, but I've been using them for a couple years now. We have the Thermos Shape, which is a dry thermal protection spray. I use this every time I heat style my hair. And then my hairspray, which is the Hairstay Firming Finish Hairspray. And all of these, the smell of them, it smells incredible. I always get compliments on what hairspray or whatnot I'm using in my hair. And it's the KMS. So if you want to smell good for your hair plus have really effective products, I love the KMS line. These are 3 of my favorites. I've repurchased all of them. You can get them on Amazon. Cosmoprof is where my cousin gets them for me. I'll try and find some other places to link below, but KMS as a whole, I don't ever hear anyone talk about, so I wanted to give them a little shout out in this video. It's what I use on my hair. And that's all my underrated makeup and products for this video. I could definitely do this video again because there's so much on the market that I just want to sing its praises and let people know about and put a whole video together about them because these products are so good. Together just creates my perfect makeup. I'm so happy with my makeup today, and I just think you guys are going to absolutely love these products, and I would love to know what your underrated makeup products or perfumes, hair care, whatever, any products you have that you feel are underrated. Let us all know in the comment section below so we can all have a look and see what's underrated out there. Thank you so much for watching this video, for hanging out with me today. And if you've not already, I'd absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.